All right, so this is part two, basically. Here we are in Photoshop. You see the custom Halloween nurse outfit. There's a black one. There's a brighter red dress. And there's a white dress also. But anyhow, you see right there, you got some masking there. And I'll go ahead and load in the fresh texture from the game. I'll increase the image size and resolution so that you get more detail, more pixels, and show more detail. So that increases the size of it. So you can't really go crazy doing that. I don't believe you can. I've never tried it. Multiple people in the game. Then with like max probably 2 to 4, something like that. But either way, you don't have to put it back to the 512, but you can put it back to the 512 pixels. It's 512 by 512 is the default. But I just leave it at 300 resolution, which increases it to about like 2,000 some pixels by like 2,000 or something like that. Anyhow, you bring it in here, you got the fresh background, and what I'll do is I'll go ahead and create a selection over the outfit or the section of the texture that I want to work on and exclusively work on that. For anybody who knows Photoshop or any other photo editing program, I'm sure this is nothing new to them. Anyhow, skip forward here and you'll see I've selected it. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit here because got some of the colors selected that aren't part of the actual outfit. So I'll go ahead and clean that up. But once that gets cleaned up, go ahead and start editing it. But let me go ahead and get this stuff out the way. And then once again, you're just trying to add and subtract anything that isn't part of the actual outfit itself. So I'll go ahead and subtract this whole side piece and add back in anything that is part of the outfit, which is these little parts here. Go ahead and select those one at a time. Skip forward here to having it selected on both sides. And also you want to get this piece right here because that's actually in the back and it's where the actual textures sort of meet, and you will notice if you don't have that and edit it. But anyway, once that's selected, go ahead and create its own layer using a layer via cut. So now you can just go ahead and add any mask or work on that specifically, make copies of it, and we can have different colors for outfits and whatnot. But anyway, I select the pixels here, then I'll go to my adjustments. Go ahead and hide everything else. Just focus on this. You got your different adjustments. I like to play with them, and I've done that. And got some good results and some bad results. But anyway, go ahead and work on the sliders here. And obviously, you see your lightness, your saturation, your hue. Your hue is usually where I focus mainly on when I want to change the color or something. And just to mention on the side, didn't really show all the stuff I've done with this specific PSD file of the texture for Carla, but there's been a lot of stuff there. I don't know if you see that one there. It says feet and everything, and makeup, the dress. I think there's a folder in there that's pantyhose, fingernail detail, eye detail, teeth detail, hair. And it's just little things that all, adds up into hopefully a better looking outfit or more vibrant looking color or something just different, to breathe new life into the game. And you can do this with anybody. So I just wanted to get the process down so anybody can look at that and see what's possible. And hopefully guys who are really good with Photoshop will come forward and just have fun with it, whether it's this game or some other game, but hopefully this game. And they'll make some crazy looking textures and designs and put them up for people to mod and use. So yeah, here's a fingernail. Just going ahead and adding the base color and then a little bit of highlights just to make it pop a little bit. And you might catch it, you might not catch it, but you just wanted to stand out a little better than a flat color. So you see the mouth and the teeth and the eyes working on this here. And you're just going to give them a solid white. I know it's really strong, but then, try to add some shading around it, try to level it out a little bit, but just want it to also stand out a little bit more than the default texture it allowed. And I'll change the eye to be green here, just for, fun. Go ahead, add some darkness there and some highlights for the eye itself. And I'll even put a little more design here, because you could just leave it like that with a base green and just dark pupil or whatnot, and with just a highlight. But let's make it a little even more detailed, because you got 300 DPIs you're working with. It's a lot of pixels, so a lot of that detail will show through. If you return it to the 512, you won't have as much. All of this will start to blend in because the pixels get a lot bigger, and the amount of detail it's gonna crank out isn't a lot at all. So they'll start to sort of just mush together and melt into an okay looking texture. We'll get by for the time in which the game came out, but the whole thing about modding is that you want to do some crazy stuff. So I'll go ahead and add a star here to the cheek, put the name on there. I don't know why, I'll just delete a little bit of this. All right, save a copy to wherever you're saving your files up. Save that copy and do it as a JPEG or a PNG. I usually do JPEG. And once again, I did not shrink the image size. It's still at 300 DPI, so it's actually a pretty big file. As you'll see, it's 1.8 megs. All right, now we're here. We're gonna go ahead and take out the file that's already in there. I'm gonna hit rename, copy that name for that file, bring in the new file. Just go ahead and hit rename again and paste in the copied name. And remember, this is just how Dolphin finds that specific texture and loads it up that it pulled from the game. It has to have the same name as the dump file itself. So go ahead and get the game up here. Take a look. Let this sequence start up. Skip all of this.
You wanted to make
So
yourself
I maximize my screen here.
as a street fighter or hustler.
All right.
Def Jam Vendetta.
Let this load up. Press start once it comes up. Let's just get a match going here. Doesn't matter who it is, just as long as you obviously test to see if your texture was loaded up and if it looks good. And one of the things I've done is just been a lot of trial and error, just sitting there going back and forth between the game and my editing application and trying to see, okay, does this match up? Does this look good? What needs to change?
Let's get it on.
This is gonna be
So
fun.
as you can see, the texture's there. A little choppy right now. It's just the program I was using to record. Apologize about that. It's just for a screen record program. But if you zoom in here, you'll see those textures were applied, and they actually look pretty decent. I might actually keep this one. There's the green eyes, and there's our cheek. And you got to factor in some of these changes might not look too good on the 3D model, but that's what the whole trial and error part about it is. But there you go. So now you guys see me work, and I just want to make short videos so that we can get the point across and hey, this is how you do it, get it done. I'm not trying to, get the duration views up or anything like that. I just want to help as many people learn how to do this and hopefully they can go out and do some crazy stuff with it. Anyway, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Appreciate you guys.